Hey, Milk Street, I'm Rosie. I'm the Director of Education, and one of our students recently had this question for us. How do I replace a fresh chili pepper when a recipe calls for one? I get it. My father's the most curious eater in the world, but if a chili pepper walks into the kitchen while he's in it, fire starts coming out of his ears and he becomes profoundly uncomfortable. So we have a quick little substitution that works really well. You take whatever color chili pepper is called for in your recipe and you replace it with the same color bell pepper. That's it. All right, let's figure out how to make this conversion by making Adjika, this Georgian red pepper paste. So the recipe calls for 5 Fresnos. Let's weigh 5 Fresnos. 130 grams. So if we wanted to make it moderately spicy, we may take out 3 of them, 77 grams, and replace that with 77 grams of bell pepper. Or we could decide that we want to get rid of the whole thing, replace that original weight completely with red bell pepper. So this is going to be non-spicy Adjika. This is for you, Dad, you and your sensitive palate. And we're just going to cut up the pepper a little bit so that the food processor doesn't explode. So the chili peppers are not just adding spiciness to a dish. They also add a specific flavor depending on their color, or loosely depending on their color. So the Fresno chilies, or any red chili, has a certain bright fruitiness that a red bell pepper also has. Whereas a jalapeno or a serrano has a savoriness, and that's what a green bell pepper has. They're adding the fruitiness and that flavor, but they also add a little brightness or lift to a dish that has a lot of rich things in it, like walnuts. So you want to make sure you replace it with a little bit of acidity, and usually lemon juice does that trick. Enough about that. Let's make this amazing paste. 3 garlic cloves, half a cup of walnuts, roasted sweet bell peppers, tomatoes. So you can see where that chili pepper was helping, because this is a lot of sweet stuff. So this is going to be a sweeter condiment. Just consider that with what you serve it with. This is coriander, fennel, and mustard seed, and a little bit of oil. All right, so the Adjika is done. So you could cook this down if you want it to be a little more savory, less sweet. In the summer, this is an awesome relish just the way it is. And I love it, spicy or not, with charred fish, with grilled chicken, something smoky to counteract how bright this is, whether that brightness comes from a fruity bell pepper or a spicy Fresno. So don't let your spice aversion hold you back. Go forth, eat everything you want to eat, and you don't have to compromise on flavor. Just remember this simple rule. Replace whatever color the chili is with the same color bell pepper, and you will have a delicious dinner.